You are living a life where you have to burn 10 candles just for a little tiny spark of light, or you have to wash clothes by hand every day. That was reality in the 18th. Back in the day when we had to lit our homes with oil lamps, which is very, very inconvenient. That's why Thomas Edison created the light bulb. Or the time that James King tired of doing laundry by hand. That's why he invented the washing machine. Or like Otis, who didn't want to climb upstairs anymore, so he came up with the elevator instead. But now, please look closer at these inventions: light bulb, washing machine, and the elevator. Can you spot any common between these inventions? Well, the answer is those were all products of procrastination. Thomas procrastinated to use oil lamps, or Otis procrastinated to walk up on the stairs. And that is what we call the magic of procrastination. Hello everyone, my name is Daisy. Welcome to my presentation. Today, I would like to tell you my little secrets of procrastination. But first, let's dive deep into the science of procrastination. Procrastination is the action of delaying or postponing doing tasks. This is because of the limbic system, or we can call it the brain reward center. This center always seeks for instant pleasure. When you procrastinate, your limbic system wins. That's why you go scrolling or binge TV, because those activities can release easier dopamine. But why? Why ever we procrastinate, nothing done, but Thomas Edison can still succeed even when he procrastinates? Well, the answer is that is because of the incubation. In psychology, when you step away from a problem, your DMA kicks in, or you can call it the brain default mode network. DMA is the network of brain regions that only become activated when you are not focused on any particular task. For example, daydreaming or thinking about the past events. That's why Thomas Edison can still succeed even when he procrastinates, because his mind already shifts into the DMA while we are still stay in the limbic system. So how can we activate this DMA? Well, this is a step-to-step solution. First, pause. Instead of keep cramming over and over on the task that you cannot figure out the answer, just stop what you are doing. Second, switch. Switch to other activities. For example, hanging out with your friends, doing chores, hanging out with your families, any activities you can think of except two these things. First is activities that require logical thinking. Why? Because when you are highly focused, for example, doing math problems or playing games, your DMA activities actually goes down because your mind change into the task positive network. Then you also shouldn't do any kind of scrolling or social media related, because that will only give you a brain fog that you cannot even remember the content that you just watched. Third, daydreaming. This is the moment that your DMA is working on. You won't notice it because it happened without conscious effort. Now, you are getting on the mode that Thomas Edison used to have. And lastly, when you come back to your desk again, aha, you found the answer. So here is the more examples. This is Jack, a 10 years old boy who is doing his homework. Suddenly, he met a question that triggered his mind. How can we make the word better? He kept thinking over and over, scratching his head, but not a single idea was found. Then he decided to take a break. He had a cup of milk, played football with his friends, or did some readings. And at the end of the day, when he came back to his desk again, yes, he found the answer. Now, let's break this out. First, whenever he meet a challenge, he stopped. This is the most important part ever. You need to stop first. Then, he switched to other activities that you can name here. This is the moment that his DMA is working out for him. So at the end of the day, he found the answer that his DMA has already figured out. However, activating your DMA does not mean zoning out on social media, because your DMA isn't just a free ticket to go scrolling or playing games. It is only a support for you while you meet any kind of challenge, not an escape from reality. So next time, whenever you meet the problems, don't scroll, switch. Switch to something simple and let your mind do the magic. Thank you for your attention.